Hello, my name is Gareth Evans and welcome to another Goliath guitar tutorial. Today we're going to be learning the song called Stay With Me by Sam Smith. This is a fingerstyle arrangement of the song, or solo guitar arrangement. It was put together by Eddie Van Der Meer. If you want to go and listen to his whole playthrough, click the link that's on your screen on the bottom right hand side now, or you'll find a link in the description if your annotation's on. Go and listen to his version and see if you want to be able to play it like that. And then you can come back here and I'll teach you it note for note. By the way, do go and check out Eddie Van Der Meer's YouTube page. I'll put a link on the screen on the bottom left hand side now, or again there'll be a link in the description. He was a finalist of the Loud and Young Guitarist competition this year, and he puts lots of fingerstyle arrangements on his YouTube channel, and he does provide tabs for most of them, if not all of them. So it's a good resource for learning fingerstyle guitar if you're interested in that kind of thing. So go and check him out. So before we get started, if you want to get hold of the tabs that Eddie's kindly provided for this arrangement, click the link that's on the screen now. You'll go to my website, you can download the tabs absolutely for free, and then you can work your way through the tutorial using the tabs alongside this video, or just the tabs if you want to do it that way. Okay, so before we get started, we're going to have to talk about the tuning of this guitar, because the tuning is slightly unusual, I would say. And the tuning from 6th to 1st is E flat, G, D, G, B flat, and D. Okay, so it's a drop tuned on the 1st, 6th, 2nd, and 5th. Only the 3rd and 4th strings stay the same. You have the capo on the 5th fret of the guitar, sorry, the 1st fret of the guitar. Excuse me. And once your capo's in place, I'm going to play my strings through in order now, so you can tune into my strings as they should be tuned. Okay, here it goes. Okay, and if you're having trouble tuning into my guitar just there, just replay the clip, or otherwise, like I said, get yourself a guitar tuner and tune into E flat, G, D, G, B flat, and D, from 6th, which is the thickest, down to the 1st in that order. Okay, so now we've tuned the guitar, we've got a capo in place on the 1st fret. Let's have a look at the intro to start with then. Pretty simple. There's just 3 chords in there, and we're using wrist thumps into the body of the guitar in between the chords. So first chord, open strings 2, 3, 4, and 5 all together as a pinch. Okay. Followed by a thumb. Next chord, open 2, open 3, 1st fret on the 4, and open 6. Another thumb followed by the next chord, which is the 3rd fret on 5, 4, 3, and open 2nd. Okay, so we've got. Okay, after that you do 2 more thumbs and repeat. Okay, play the whole thing twice for the first 4 bars of the tab, which is the whole intro. It goes like this. Okay, let them chords ring out in between each other, and while you're doing the thumps as well, just to give it that sustained effect. Okay, on now, if you're looking at the tabs to the verse, bars 5 through 8, it should go something like this. Okay, that's the first. the next 4 bars, 5 through 8, like I said. So the first bar of this verse. Okay, so we start off open strings 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we play a hammer then, open second, hammer up to the 2nd fret on the 2nd string, followed by you slap your thumb into the strings 5 and or 6 or both, and flick the 1st string open on its own if you can. This is a pretty advanced fingerstyle technique, but do practice it. If you're having trouble, just leave it out for now, but the best way to do it, just flicking the 1st string on its own, is by trying to mute all the other strings with your left hand here. So if you muted the 2nd and the 3rd with your left hand, and you're just flicking down, you've got a margin for error. You can hit the bottom 3 strings, you'll only get that 1 note. It will take a lot of practice, but you'll get there eventually. Just take it slowly to start, and then once you get confident with it, you can build it up. Okay, so that's the sequence to start. Next, so that's another hammer up there, 2nd fret on the 2nd string. Then open 6, open 1st, with a thump into the body of the guitar, so you use your wrist to have like a bass drum note effect, like that. So, okay, so what we've got so far, all in all. Okay. Next, that hammer up again, followed by the slap and flick down on the 1st string again. So it's, and all in all, so far this bar. And finish the bar off with the open 2nd string. So all in all. Okay, into bar number 6 then. That's how the bar goes in total. So start off, pinch on the open 2nd and the 3rd fret on the 5th, with a thump into the body of the guitar at the same time. It is difficult, this. It's playing notes as well as thumping, but do try and practice it slowly, and it will come eventually. If you are having troubles, like I said, just leave out the thumps and the other slaps until you're more comfortable with the sequence of notes, and then you can try and add them in afterwards when you know what you're doing with the song, if that helps you in any way. Okay? Okay, after that, what you do then, you form the 3rd chord that we made in the intro, which is 3rd fret on the 5th, 4th and 3rd string. Open 2nd and 1st string, you strum them all down. Okay, so it's, and to finish off this bar, it's kind of another little strum down and on the same chord. This time you're adding a little bit of a flick with your thumb into the 6th string, like that, followed by that 2nd fret on the 5th string. So go from 3 to 2 on that 5th and play on its own with thumb. Okay, so this whole bar should sound like this. Okay. If we back up to bar 5, play 5 and 6 together, slowly we should play this. Okay, on to bar number 7 now, and bar number 7 is almost a replica of bar number 5, but we start off with a single thumb pluck on that 5th string, rather than a pinch that we started on bar 5. So we go. Okay, you see the sequence there is very similar. The only difference is that first note is just a single note. That sequence is the same. That's the same with the slap and flick on 1st string. This time, the 3rd fret on the 1st string pulled off to open to finish off that bar. So we go. Okay, that's it for bar number 7. On to bar number 8 now. Almost the same as bar number 6, other than the very start. Instead of doing the pinch with that thump, you leave out the 2nd string, just play the 5th string and thump on its own, and then do that strum and that sequence. Okay, so bars 7 and 8 together should play like this. Okay, in all, this whole verse so far, bars 5 through 8, play like this. Okay, next we're moving on to bars 9 through 12. Play something like this. Okay, something like that. So to start off with, we've got okay, like that. So it's open 5, slide up from 3 to 5, or slide in from anywhere really. It says on the tabs anyway. I like to slide up from 2nd or 3rd, but the important thing is that you're sliding into the note, not sliding from a note. So it's okay. Next, 3rd fret on the 1st string with a slap into the strings. You're only playing that one note. Open 1st string afterwards. Next, open 6, 2nd fret on the 2nd with a thump. Okay, if you can manage it. Okay, we should be using our middle finger for this 2nd fret on the 2nd, because we need the index finger next on the 1st fret of the 4th and the ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th. Okay. So the sequence after that pinch with the thump is 5, a slap, and strum on 4 and 3 together. Okay. And then 2 open 2nd strings to finish. Like that. So all in all, this bar. Okay, and so next bar now, we're into bar number 10. That's the sequence there. 3rd fret again on the 5th, 2nd, and sorry, the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string. 5, 4, 3 consecutively, and then we do this slap harmonic here on the 1st and 2nd string. If you've never seen this before, now all this is slapping directly the 12th fret from the capo, which is here the 13th fret absolute, because we're adding one on for the capo. We're slapping into the metal fret as close as we can. We're trying to just slap right on top of that metal and bring our finger away as fast as possible. The finger I like to use is my middle finger, and if you bring your hand just above the fret and you pivot your wrist, just try and turn your wrist as fast as possible like this, and try and bounce that finger off really quickly to leave the strings ringing. You're trying to get like a harmonic sound. It will take a bit of practice. Remember, you're just aiming for the first 2 strings. Okay, so like that. Okay, and to finish off, we do that sequence again, which is the end of the 6th and the end of the 8th bar, which is slap and strum down on this chord, and then down to the 2nd fret on the 5th. So the whole of the 10th bar goes like that. If we back up to the 9th and 10th fret together, we should play this. Okay, I think I forgot to mention that the very first note on the 10th bar, the first one of them 3, comes with a thump into the body of the guitar. Okay? Sorry if I didn't mention that. So moving on now, we're on to bar number 11. That's almost identical to the 5th bar, other than we start with a thumb on 5 on its own, like we did in bar number 7, if that makes sense. Okay, just that sequence again, basically. We're starting off a little bit differently. Okay, after that strum, which is halfway through bar number 12 now, we play. You play the open 2 and slap and flick down the 1st string, hammer on to the 3rd fret. Okay, so if we back up through bars 9 through 12, should play like this. Okay, and the whole of the intro, if you can play it together, should sound a little bit like this. Okay, and then you go into the chorus, which I'm going to show you in part 2 of this lesson. It will be available absolutely free at my website, as usual, GoliathGuitarTutorials.com. There'll be a link for it down in the bar below me now, or down in the description. Go and check it out over there. Before I release part 2 on the tabs, I didn't mention it earlier, I'm going to be withholding part 2 in the tabs until this video gets 1,000 likes on YouTube. So if you haven't done already, please support me by clicking the thumbs up button, and in return you'll get rewarded with part 2 and the tabs. If you are looking for another way to support me, and maybe looking to get hold or get to see the tabs and part 2 earlier, you can go to Patreon, and you can get rewards varying degrees depending on contribution that you make to me. It's just a way of being able to support me bringing these lessons absolutely for free. If you're willing to do that, I will be extremely grateful. It is thanks to you guys on Patreon that I'm able to bring these lessons for free. It does help support me a hell of a lot. So big thanks to you guys who are supporters. Okay, lastly, before I go, if you want to get hold of a full list of all the tutorials that I've ever made, you can click a link that again in the bottom bar. It'll take you to my website, and everything on my website is absolutely free. Go and check out all the tutorials there, and have fun. So that's it for now. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.